Here's 4 reasons why we have had 39 of our weekly academy members make it to the Division I level and ride at 2.5 years. August 2024, getting ready to start season, and who knows, we might have one more, and that will be number 40 in a 3-year period. But right at 2.5 years, we were at 39, and that's where we're currently at. And many went NAIA, which is where, that's better than Division I for girls wrestling. If I was a girls wrestler, besides going to Iowa, I wouldn't want to be D1. I wouldn't want to go to any Division I school. There's a few of them. There's only a few. I'd rather go to the NAIA schools or D3 schools because it's just much more competitive, right? But they're all combined. So, it's all combined currently. But, so, I don't want to diminish the success of our girls who have made it to the NAIA level either, because those are the schools that are winning national titles, and but 39, that's all boys. A bunch of girls have gone to NAIA, and a lot of our boys have gone Division II, junior college, NAIA, which I think is all the same. So there's more prestige and clout. I get it, and that's the reason we talk about it. But I'm so excited for our kids if they get a chance to wrestle anywhere, and so I just wanted to mention that too. But the main 4 reasons: number 1, their parents pulled the trigger, and I say the parents because all of them except for like 6 have trained with us since they were 8 or 9 years old. Yes, they put a decade in. 1 decade. You're not going to wake up at 16 and a half and say, oh, I've got 13 months to earn a college wrestling scholarship, but I only want to wrestle Division I. It's probably not going to happen. Okay, I got to tell you, it's probably over. The ship has probably already sailed. You have a time limit on your career. You cannot get a college wrestling scholarship, any of them, once you graduate. You can go back and get your high school diploma as an 80-year-old man or woman, but it's over. By 17, your phone better be ringing. So you can't just wait till the last minute. See, so many people are afraid of burning out. Dude, you need to be afraid of running out of time. You need to be afraid of under-training and running out of time, because you are running out of time. Most kids nowadays are committing at 17. And some of you aren't even waking up till 17 or 18 saying, hey, I think I want to wrestle in college. Hey, I think it's too late. Don't do that. So yes, they did start at 8, 9, 10 years old. Most of them. So that's number 1, is they didn't say, oh, we've been wanting to join there for years now, and looks like we're going to be able to do it. No, you have to pull the trigger, okay? You have to pull the trigger. Some people hem and haw and just beat around the bush for years. And some of our wrestling parents, hey, some are blue collar, some are extremely wealthy, some are just normal, some are teachers, some are firemen, some are Democrats, some are Republican, some are like former athletes, some of them have no athleticism. It's like, my kid just likes it, he's really good, or she's loves gymnastics, she's a freak, she wanted to try wrestling, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, I said yes. So we decided to find the best, and here we are. Can you help her? Either way, they pulled the trigger. The parent pulled the trigger and signed them up. And you don't have to sign up for a program. Sign up for something. In fact, there's no way I would train there. Okay, that's fine. We've got 500 athletes training with us every week. We're doing okay. But if you decided you wanted to, you can do that. Or find something. And if you don't have a club or academy or something, you've got to figure something out. Hire an interview and hire a tremendous, maybe there's a great former D3 college wrestler who lives in your town who sells insurance or lays bricks or whatever, and you hire them and pay them a little bit of money. Give them $500 a month to train with your middle school kid twice a week. Something, we've got to get something going, right? So number 1, pull the trigger. Number 2, train year round. And sure, as 8, 9 years old, they took a little time off, and then baseball rains out for a month straight. They came to wrestling practice. They maybe didn't come to academy for a couple months, but they came to the competition camps. Or maybe there was a great camp at a local college, and they went there. They got 8 hours of wrestling in. You know, it's just, you've got to put some year-round time in. So that's number 2. Number 2, you got to put a lot of time in. And it doesn't have to be 40 hours a week. I tell our academy parents, if you just will train once a week year-round, it's 640 matches worth of live wrestling and 55 hours of drill time. And some people say once a week's that's not even worth it. You think? I just gave you the math. So yes, put some year-round time in. Get a home wrestling mat. You say, that's $750. I don't have that kind of money. Well, you just spent $900 on Kentucky Nationals, which was a joke. You wrestled 4 matches. You went 2-2, and you got 7th place, and you wrestled a bunch of crappy kids, and then you got beat by 1 point, and you got pinned once by a good kid. Okay, so you wrestled 9 minutes, or 17 minutes, for $900. Skip Kentucky Nationals. Don't skip state. Don't skip USA Nationals. Don't skip Super 32s, you high school kids. For crying out loud, don't skip that one. But skip Kentucky Nationals, or Eastern Alabama Nationals, or Northern Michigan, Eastern Peninsula Takedown Extreme Nationals. I mean, everything's a nationals nowadays, and they're expensive. And if you're rich, do it all. But if you're not rich, get a home wrestling mat. Don't get a 10x10. It's a waste of money. You'd be better off wrestling on the concrete, because they're too small. And if you can get a 14 or 16 by 12, that's even better. I would not go lower than a 12 by 12. And you have your kids write down every wrestling technique they know. You tape it to the wall. That's what me and my brother did. And then drill. Right? You do that. And if you could get our online academy, but I don't want to sell it on it, but if you find somebody to learn from online, you do it, okay? I had a book. I had great coaches, but they weren't always around. So I had a book. My brother and I actually learned from a book. In addition to all the techniques we had taped to the wall. And my dad said, you guys need to wrestle 20 minutes a week, 20 minutes a day, 5-6 days a week. If you can't put in 20 minutes, then I should be putting in overtime, taking your little ass all over the nation wrestling. Because I'm not going to pay for it. If I don't have to leave St. Charles County to find someone to beat your ass, we're not leaving St. Charles County. So right now you're beating everybody in 5 states. So I'm gonna travel, but he was an iron worker. He's like, I gotta work at overtime to pay for this. This isn't free. But if I'm gonna work, you better work. Fair enough. 20 minutes has always turned into an hour and a half. Because once you get started, you get soaked. You're like, dude, let's just stay down here and get after it. We drill our ass off. So. Put some time in at home, get a home mat, get some kind of a course, something. I would say number 3 is they understood that it's going to be some ups and downs. Drake Haldeshelt won an NCAA title, training with us. Well, in college, but he trained with us since he was 9. He used to get beat so bad, his dad's like, he told me many times, like, I didn't try to talk him out of practice, but I kind of did. I was like, you sure you want to go back? This is fun. He's like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll go back. He got beat so bad, his dad had a hard time watching. And he went on to win, 2 state titles in high school national runner-up. A bunch of famous schools went after him, chose to go to Mizzou, won an NCAA title for Mizzou. But he got his head beat in for a little bit, and he just stuck it out. And he didn't win a state title his freshman or sophomore year. Didn't do it. Stuck it out. So you have to realize that there's a lot of time involved. There's going to be some peaks and valleys. It's just part of it. And you have to be able to emotionally handle it as the parent. We talk about mental toughness for the kids. Hey, parents, we got to be mentally tough. Some of the most stressful years of my life was when my son was in wrestling. It's a miserable sport for a parent. I'll admit it. So longevity and keeping an even keel when things don't go well. Okay, it's okay. A loss now, a win later, right? That's our philosophy. Okay, good. Al Dake's mom taught him, everything that happens to you is good. If you have an easy bracket, good. If you have a hard bracket, good. If you have a bad draw, good. If you have an easy draw, good. If you have a hard time making weight, that's good. If you get beat, that's good. If you lose an overtime match, that's good. If you make weight easy, that's good. If you win overtime matches, that's good. Everything is good. Just use everything as fuel to get better. And I think that's a pretty good philosophy. Okay? So, number 4 would be, you know, and they're kind of lucky because we talk about this a lot. They had a mental skill set. And I always use the term marinating a steak, right? Like we just marinate a steak. It's a soak in. Your brain soaks in sort of the sports psychology and performance psychology side of wrestling, which is different. Not all sports are the same. If you're an Olympic level bowler, you have a different sports psychology going into the match as a wrestler. A Olympic powerlifter has a completely different mindset. They're psyched up like crazy. Their lift takes about 12 seconds. Then they have a 3-hour break. How about an Olympic archer? They want to have almost no heartbeat, no blood pressure, right? So, sports psychology. Make sure you're studying the sports psychology for combative sports. And like I said, our kids are lucky because I help them with that. But you kids need to read books, need to listen to talks online, our YouTube channel, and our confidence course. So there's a bunch of videos. You're watching them right now. So just go to YouTube. Some of these have 10,000, 20,000 videos, 100,000 views.